Hi, this is Dr. Hudson Taylor. 5 simple but powerful truths about carpal tunnel syndrome. So first of all, what is carpal tunnel syndrome? Well, in your wrist, there is literally a structure called the carpal tunnel region or zone. It's created by a ligament structure called the retinaculum of the wrist, and the retinaculum ligament creates this tunnel structure where the median nerve can come straight through that zone. The carpal tunnel is over it. The retinaculum is over it, and the carpals are under it, and that region is called the carpal tunnel, right? So the median nerve goes straight through that. If it's pinched in that area, it can cause symptoms in the hand: numbness, tingling, burning, achiness, etc. But here are 5 hidden truths about carpal tunnel syndrome. It doesn't always come from the wrist area. As a matter of fact, there are other areas that are completely connected to that spot through other muscles, tendons, nerves, and fascia as high up as the neck. And I think one of the key culprits is the buildup of adhesive scar tissue. Scar tissue, which is a thickening of the muscle, a thickening of the fascia, a thickening of the ligament, and it doesn't always only result from surgery. Scar tissue can come from traumas, accidents, injuries, where the body is not even pierced or cut. Essentially, scar tissue can also build up underneath the surface. You can have a ton of scar tissue in your body and have no knowledge of it. But it's those hidden root causes and those hidden culprits that often lead to carpal tunnel. I can't tell you how many patients I've had. Rock climbers especially, video gamers, piano players that have carpal tunnel syndrome, but it's actually coming from their shoulder instead. Or they have carpal tunnel syndrome, but it's actually coming from their elbow instead. Or they have carpal tunnel syndrome, but it's actually coming from their neck instead. So look for all those areas of adhesive scar tissue buildup. Especially if you feel really, really tense, really, really tight on all that side, chances are all those areas are contributing to carpal tunnel in the wrist. So you want to look at 5 key areas. Number 1, the neck. If your neck is so tight, tender, inflamed, locked up, that may be causing carpal tunnel symptoms in the wrist and hand. If your back is full of tension and scar tissue, that may be causing carpal tunnel symptoms in the wrist and hand. If your shoulder is full of scar tissue, it may be causing carpal tunnel symptoms in the wrist and hand. If your elbow and forearm is full of scar tissue, it may also be causing carpal tunnel symptoms in the wrist and hand. And then lastly, of course, in the actual wrist itself. But in my opinion, the ones that properly address carpal tunnel syndrome, they don't just only address the wrist and hand, and not even just the forearm. They address also the elbow, they address the bicep, the shoulder, the back, the upper trap, the neck, everything connected. We utilize a lot of technology such as class 4 laser shockwave therapy and specialized exercise training to release that. We've had great success. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to give us a call. 310-891-0102. My name is Dr. Hudson Taylor. Thank you for joining me in this webinar, and I will catch you next time. I look forward to meeting with you soon.